This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. We often hear about how diabetes affects a long list of the body organ systems. One of those most dreaded effects involves our eyes. Today we have Dr. Justin Puckett from Complete Family Medicine here this morning to tell us more about it. How are you doing today?
Doing well.
So first of all, go ahead and talk about the connections between diabetes and eye problems.
Well, we talk a lot about the macrovascular effects, and so that would be the big blood vessels. And what we're talking about here is more of the microvascular effects. And so the little blood vessels that are in the back of our eye and all of the blood vessels throughout our eye can be damaged easier even than the big blood vessels from the high levels of sugar in diabetes. And so through that, a variety of things could be worsened: glaucoma, cataracts, and probably the most well-known and important is diabetic retinopathy.
Now let's go ahead and talk about that. What is that?
Well, in the back of the eye, we have lots of blood vessels that are supposed to supply all the needed oxygen and other nutrients to the tissues of the back of the eye that help us with our vision. And whenever we have high blood sugars, it can start to affect those. And so then the body starts to build other blood vessels around those. And those new blood vessels that are built on the back side of our eye are not good blood vessels. They're very weak. They are easy to rupture, and they can bleed. And so when that happens on the back of the eye, it can be non-symptomatic early, and it can be quite severe, affecting vision in the long run.
Now, are there any ways to treat that?
There are some ways to treat the retinopathy. The most common is a laser, where a small laser is used. You place your chin on a device, and the eye doctor goes in there and burns those extra vessels and gets rid of them. In some instances, if the blood vessels are so profound and large and dangerous, they actually go in there and do a surgery inside your eye to remove them, called a virectomy.
All right. Now, those with that have diabetes, are they more prone to getting cataracts or glaucoma?
Yeah, actually both. So people with cataracts, diabetics are about a 2 times increased risk of developing cataracts just from all of that extra sugar that's going through their system. And so, of course, cataracts are taken care of by removing that cloudy lens and putting in a new man-made lens. And then glaucoma is an increased pressure in the eye, and whenever you have increased pressure in the eye, it pushes back on the back side of the eye, that retina and the optic nerve, causing visual loss and damage as well. So all three of those things certainly are affected by the diabetes and increase their risk significantly.
So what are some ways that diabetics could help prevent eye damage?
Well, the first one is to keep track of their sugars. And so by keeping those morning sugars down and those 2 hour after they eat sugars down, then they're really doing a good job to help control the effects of the diabetes. It's longitudinal, so whenever you're young, it's more important, or we're even tighter in our control. And then managing your blood pressure, that affects your eye. Also seeing the eye doctor for a yearly dilated eye exam. That's important to put those drops in there and open up the front of your eye so that we can see in the back and do what we need to. Also, other things that you can do is watch for warning signs. There's a lot of warning signs of any visual change, and if that occurs, it's something that you want to seek care for sure. And then just doing things that are heart healthy. So making sure that you're keeping your cholesterol under control, because that's big blood vessels, and if you take care of the big blood vessels, then you'll take care of the little ones too.
All right, fantastic. So anything else that you would like to add to this? Obviously, you need to go to your doctor to make sure that your blood levels are okay as well, and then go to the eye doctor to get these types of tests, because even though you're diabetic and you think you don't have any problems with your eyes, there might be an underlying problem there that they can hopefully diagnose and get fixed, right?
Absolutely. I would just urge, especially younger diabetics that are, very busy and working, and it's just, they're not having any visual trouble, and we often just don't make time for that very important dilated eye exam. And I would just really encourage those folks to be sure and get out and get evaluated. Okay,
well, thank you so much, Dr. Puckett. What we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we'll link up Complete Family Medicine's information as well. Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
All right.